Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2022 Hyundai Palisade, we're going to be checking out the CURT Premium Hitch Mounted Bike Rack. One of the big questions a lot of people ask in regards to hitch mounted bike racks is, are they still going to be able to get into the back of their SUV? And with this one, the answer is yes, it does fold down out of the way. And to do that, there's a couple things we need to do. I'm not super crazy about this setup, but I mean, it does work. You'll have this T-knob there. You loosen that up and then you pull this pin and clip out. And then you can pull up on this handle and that's going to allow this to drop down. And obviously with it like this, we're gonna have more than enough space to open up our hatch and get whatever we might need in or out. First impressions of the rack, I feel like it's a really good fit for the Palisade. You know, these are really popular family cars and can carry around a lot of people inside. And so you want to be able to carry a lot of bikes back here. And this particular one holds up to 4 bikes. There's a 5-bike version available as well. And the arms kind of start to come in a little ways. And these are perfect for smaller frame bikes, you know, so if your kiddos want to go riding with you, these will fit perfectly back here. And these are also going to work for full frame bikes too, you know, so it's not one or the other. With that said though, you know, the way this is going to work is really simple, and that's one of the things that I like about it. You know, it's not overdone. It's just easy to figure out and gets the job done. It's going to hold your bike down in 3 different spots. So you're going to have 2 straps here on the top tube, and then a strap down here, and that's to help side to side movement. You know, that way your bikes aren't, you know, banging around into each other as you're going down the road. So that'll help with that issue. And the way to get the bike off, I mean, nothing to it. Pull these straps off, flip them out of the way. Same thing with this one. Now we're able to grab it and pull it off, and actually as the arms narrow, it makes it a little more user-friendly too to work your bike off of the rack. So these cradles here, this is where your bike's frame is going to sit, kind of like a soft plastic material. And the cool thing about these is you can rotate them around, and they're all shaped a little bit differently. And so this should accommodate a lot of different types of bikes that you might have. And as far as the straps go, you know, they're not the greatest in the world, but definitely not the worst. I've seen better, and I've seen ones that are really flimsy. These aren't too bad. You know, they're pretty thick. I feel like they should hold up for quite some time. And the cradles actually have a bunch of different attachment points too, so you're really going to have a bunch of options as far as securing the bike and holding it in the best position. I do suggest, so when you're not using it, just to put those straps on, that way they're not flopping around or anything along those lines. Something that you do need to keep in mind is when you put a bike rack on the back of your car, it's going to make it longer, right? So if you have a smaller garage or something like that, you know, this measurement might interest you. So to figure out how much space we're taking up back here, I'll measure from, we'll just go from the A on our Palisade logo there to the very end, and it's going to add about 37 inches. However, when you're not using this, the arms do fold down, and it'll make it pretty compact actually. If you pull this off, you can swing these down. Put the pin back in obviously here. And now it actually sits up pretty tight against the back of our SUV and don't take up a lot of space. It looks like this will be the furthest point down here. So I'll just go from our bumper there. And with it like this, it looks like it's only going to add about 11 inches. So I feel like it'd be safe to say if you can fit in your garage without the bike rack, you shouldn't really have any issues with it in this position pulling into the garage either. Down here, the rack is going to work with those 2-inch by 2-inch trailer hitch receivers like we have here today on our Palisade. And it's going to come with an included anti-rattle bolt. And what that's going to do is help eliminate any slopper play there in the connection point. That way you're not, you know, hearing this clank around whenever you're hitting bumps and stuff. So kind of give you an idea on how that's gonna work. Let's say if we're going down the road hitting those bumps, you can see that the rack is gonna be with our Hyundai and not on its own. Other than all that though, at the end of the day, you know, that's gonna be a very simple and effective way to carry a lot of bikes around. And that'll finish up our look at of the CURT Premium hitch mounted bike rack on our 2022 Hyundai Palisade.